Alright folks, so it is March the 19th, Wednesday of 2025. We are rolling on through the year pretty heavy. We got about maybe 12 more days. Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, March, this goes all the way to the 31st, so we got about 11, 12 more days, something like that, of this month. And I just quit keto. We know that. I've been eating whatever the heck I want to, and I've been enjoying that a little too much the past couple days. So today I got to tighten up on that. So I figure as part of one of my videos I released today, I'm gonna talk about intermittent fasting a little bit, because that is the sweet spot of where I lost most all of my weight before, and I was in the process of doing that again, man, in September, before my daughter lost her school program. That right there affected me in such a way that I just gave up on the diet. That right there knocked me for a loop, the way it was handled. I figure, since my daughter went from kindergarten to basically all the way to 18, she would have at least gotten some kind of ceremony or something. The school gave the school district give her a graduation ceremony, but the facility, Hope Reach in Woodruff, South Carolina, did not, and I was really disappointed in them for that, because I could have probably still had a couple more years, because technically they can school them till they're 21 in the state of South Carolina. If I'd have just kept her in the school system to begin with, they would have just rolled with it until she was 21. And if I'd have known that from the get-go years ago, and how the Hope program was going to go downhill like it did, because it went way downhill over the years. In my opinion, instead of going up and doing great things, I mean, it's like you get to the end of it, and then it's just kind of like it just felt like I didn't matter anymore. Felt like nothing mattered. Nothing that ever was done was celebrated at all. I went in there on a meeting, and they're like, "Oh, well, we want to just give her a going away party in 2 days. Give me 2 days." Not the rest of the year, all is right before Halloween and the hurricane and all of that stuff happening all at the same time. Wow, what a fiasco I had to deal with for a while there, because we were out of power for 12 days, something like 10 days, something like that. It was a long time. So yeah, it was a rough spot, very rough spot into last year. And the point of it is I was doing good. I went off on a tangent there. I was doing really well on my diet. I was crushing it. I was doing 500 calories every other day, on a modified intermittent fasting schedule. I was crushing it, and I was into the diet, and I was into a lot of things. And I one of the reasons I gained my weight back from 22 was I was a heavy vapor back then. I quit the nicotine altogether, so started eating more. The day my daughter went, and I had to deal with that fiasco the day they basically kicked her out. That's how it felt. It felt like she was just kicked out. I went and picked up a pack of cigarettes that day as well, and smoked about 2 or 3 of those cigarettes a day until that pack was done. I just wanted to feel something other than anger over the situation, because I was very bitter about it for a few days there. still bitter about it. But now I can at least, tolerate the bitterness, because it was overwhelming me for a minute there. I'll be honest with you. And that's back when I was doing the Dollar Tree or the dollar store diet and stuff, and I was watching my calories, and I was just, crushing it. But that's what I'm getting back into today. Keto, it works. I mean, I've lost maybe 10 pounds on keto. 10 of the 30 that I lost so far from the year came from keto. Now, in keto's defense, and I hate to defend it, because it is an expensive diet, and I understand a lot of people don't want to touch it for the very reason of the expensive part. And I can't blame you, because the buns are expensive, the bread's expensive. Anything that's going to help you lose weight, except calories, is expensive. But yeah, today I'm gonna start out doing. I mean, I've made all this progress. I can't just let it go to crap, So my plan today is just to start 1,000 calories every other day, and the better I can go under that 1,000, the better. The more I can stay under that 1,000, the better, because I could do like the 500 every other day or whatever. But this is something I'm also going to carry my wife into doing, because she was doing keto with me, and I told her she let me continue her meal prep and everything, that I would keep the weight loss going. So I'm gonna start out, introduce these things slow. Can't just jump out there on the 500 calories right away with some. But yeah, I plan to go 1,000 and under, every other day for right now, and that's going to be, kind of a zigzag on the calories, because the zigzag calorie cycling thing is good for weight loss, and that's what I was doing before, and that's kind of how this is going to go, along with, the alternate day, modified, alternate day at 1,000 for now. It's all considered intermittent fasting anyway. ADF is the most extreme when you're talking about skipping an entire day of food, which is doable, but I feel like a big guy like me can handle 1,000 calories every other day and still be able to lose weight, and that's still going to be cutting down considerably from what I would normally be consuming. So I'm going to go with a 10 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening schedule. 6 p.m. is going to be my cutoff time of eating. 10 in the morning, which is right now, it's 10:06 in the morning right now, is going to be my start of the day. And that's going to be every day, that even when I'm not doing the modified 1,000 every other day. I'm going to be just, cutting off my food time at 6 o'clock. Because it gives your body 12 hours to get into the fasted state, Going ambulance, hope everything's all right. But I enjoyed the Subway yesterday. I enjoyed the black bean burger yesterday, the vegan burger. I like, the fact that I can, be able to go do what I want to do, and still be on some kind of schedule for weight loss. And it doesn't have to be an extreme amount of weight loss either. I want to do this thing throughout the whole year. I'm not trying to knock out all of my weight loss in the first 5 to 6 months, as long as I'm showing progress every month, I don't give a crap if it's just 5 pounds. If I only lost 5 pounds for the month, that's still progress. I don't care if it's just 3 pounds. If I wind up with only 33 or 33 pounds for the month of March, then that's still progress. That's 33 pounds in 3 months. That's something lost. Of course, I'm expecting a lot more than that. I'm expecting closer to 40 pounds, by the time these next few days is up. 35 to 40 pounds is what I'm going to be expecting. Somewhere in that range, That's a lot of days left, and we're going to see how this zigzag schedule is going to affect the scale, and that's what we've got left for the month of March. Yeah, and I've already walked 4,000 steps today. Burn off some calories for today already, 272. So if you're doing 1,000 plus you're putting in the steps, you're gonna be burning off some of that 1,000 also. So that's a good thing as well. So you're gonna be burning off some of that 1,000 calories, So even if you don't burn off, but 200 calories, because we say, oh, those watches ain't accurate on how much they burn. It doesn't matter if you're only taking in 1,000. You're still at a deficit whether you do any exercise or not. So I can burn off a few hundred through walking, 10,000 steps a day, then that's to my benefit. That's to my benefit. Even if it ain't but 100, it's still to my benefit. And I keep the walking routine going every day. Just trying to, give a video of an explanation of how I plan to proceed forward without keto, because, even with keto, I was more calorie focused. Most of the time, it's real easy to not be calorie focused on keto, because you can get lost in the food, especially the food that you're making, like the sandwiches and stuff that, is considered, delicious keto type food. You might eat and consume a little more of it, so me eating commercially and packaged with a nutritional value label on there, with the calorie amounts listed on there, is a big deal, for helping me control my calorie amount. People say it's hard to count calories. Not the way I count them. It's easy as you can be. You don't need no kind of app or anything. All you need is what that package says. And people are like, oh, these packages ain't right. It's got more calories than what they say. Look, it's a guideline. You can give or take a few of this and that in everything you do. The watch ain't quite that accurate. The calorie packaging ain't that accurate. I mean, they got all kind of ways to try to tell you, oh, that's not how you do it. Listen to me. You pay attention to that food label and those calorie amounts on there, or get yourself a Calorie King book. They've been making those forever now. And look up the calorie amounts of foods. I mean, even the Calorie King book's got things listed, like it just what you would get at a normal Mexican restaurant, like what a fajita has. Or you can just ask Google nowadays on your phone, and it'll kind of tell you, give you a roundabout number. Even if it ain't accurate, go with it. It's something to go by. And it's not like you're going to be eating that food every single day, all the darn time. So most of the time, when you're calorie counting and you got the number right in front of you, and you know what not to go over, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Just go by that. That's all you need, is that number in your head. And it'll take you a long way into weight loss, I promise you that. Because, look, I still got a long way to go. I'm still over 300 pounds. By the end of this year, I'm going to prove it to everybody who's willing to listen or willing to watch. Alright, folks, that's all I got for this video. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.